life is unpredictable. You never know. And as Steve Jobs said, it's really fragile when it comes. And we all have a plan to saying, okay, I am this years old and I still have this many years. We have a plan, good plan. But we don't know that good plan is really the case. There's no certainty about it. That's for sure. And it's important to remember that, because that is some sense of living moment to moment with the experience of impermanence. So this notion of the death, for me, it gives a life. And also the sense of impermanence, it gives a life. And if you listen to people, those who have shared the experience of impermanence, you do feel a lively voice, a prioritized voice, a better perspective of their life, more clarity in their life, more what the importance is in their life. You hear that. I think for me, if that's really truly it is the case. So when you feel that impermanence, the stories are not important. What important is to be here and to feel that space, to feel that connection with people, to feel that warmth and love with people, and toward yourself. That's the important. So that is, I think, to remember. Then there are people in our life, like our parents, friends who are sick, that we know. We know that there's not much time left. And we clearly know there's not much time left, but still we are not able to be with them, not able to spend time with them, not able to call frequently with them, not able to connect with them. That's sad. So I think just for all of us, just to know that the priority is to able to reconnect with these people in the last moments. And in order to do that, again, I know like sometimes there are people who says that, oh, my parents are old, now I wanted to help. But when they're trying to go back to home, trying to help their parents, then they get trapped back into the same old stories about who's trying to advise another person trying to reject, and they get confused, and they get into the collective family pain. Same story again. So now when you go back, think about no stories anymore. This is the time, just say to yourself, now no stories anymore. No stories. What matters is that space. What matters is that connection. What matters is that warmth. Three basic qualities of inner refuge is the only thing what matters. It doesn't matter anything. Nothing matters anymore. So all the things that you think it matters, just forget about it. Forget about it. Just let go of it. And that is the only way you can help somebody. That's the only way you will heal the relationship. That's the only way it will give you some sense of peace when somebody do die. Otherwise, you can spend months and years trying to help somebody, and you might feel a failure in helping somebody because you get trapped into the same old collective family pain body. You don't want to do that. So, no more rules, no more expectations, no more stories. Only openness, connection, and the warmth. Just remember, if you don't remember these three things, remember inner refuge quality. That's all what matters. It will give you life. If you will feel both sides. Okay? Now, when people are very close in the moment of dying, I think one of the best things to do is to not disturb them. Not disturb them means not bring up topics which triggers their pain, images, whatever will trigger them their collective pain. Just not to, because sometimes I think it's good to less people around is always better. And only few people that you know that person will feel comfortable with. To have surrounding those people, just not have visitors. And also, as we said, not to, when you go to visit the dying person, you go really, if you go with the inner refuge, that space, that connection, that warmth, you cannot do mistake. If anything else, there's always a good chance you will be disturbing that person. So trying to do that. Once somebody passed away, I think then it's good to, for 3 days, do the part of the prayer. So in this case, I think it will be good to, I think we have audio, or you can have the video here. And also you can, just without these, you can also sing by yourself. And just the principle of that is just basically you're trying to communicate with that person, saying, whatever experience that you are having, this is all your manifestation of your mind. Don't be afraid. Don't allow you to drive you. So just your manifestation. Recognize as a self-manifestation. Basically, this is what I'm saying. You recognize as a self-manifestation. Recognize as a self-manifestation. This is your manifestation. So this advice is like a saying. It's similar like a saying. If somebody is sleeping and having a nightmare, and you're trying to tell people if there is a way to communication, you're saying to this person, this is just a dream. This is just a dream. Don't be afraid. Don't freak out. Don't run away. Don't try to chase if something is beautiful. Just, this is your mind. Just rest in that space. Rest in that space. Trust. Don't be fearful. That is the advice what you're trying to, during the part of prayer, that's what advice you're trying to give to that person. So you read the part of prayer in that space of refuge. Okay? Then during 3 days, you light a lot of candles. Here you can do candles is easiest way. In Tibetan tradition, we burn a lot of butter lamp. And the butter lamp symbolizes, it's like a showing the way to the light, a way to enlightenment. So that's like a passing through the darkness is showing the light. So the people burn a lot of candle lights. That's one thing. And then the other thing is, if it's possible, that the lamas, that somebody who's connected with you are connected with a master, or somebody whose dad is connected with a specific teacher or something, informing them for prayer and particularly for poa. So that is important. And then the other thing is like something we do like surche practice. Surche practice is basically it's a food burn offering. So like you with the flower, different food that person likes. So you, some sense in a different nationality, whatever that country eats the most or that person eats the most, you mix those foods together and charcoal, and you put a little bit of food in there, little smoke. You don't have to be much, little smoke. So every day burning that in the late in the afternoon for 49 days. That is symbolizes as like a offering, because the spirit is like comes back and asking for food, and just typical pattern. And when they come back, they don't receive anything. So this is like a way of offering them the food. So usually it's done for 49 days. And then if there is a specific things that the deceased person's wish, and that's something that you can fulfill after. And I think it's good to do those things too. And then in the name of the deceased person, you accumulate merits. Basically, in Tibet, people would do like giving things away for people who need food, clothes, accumulating merit. These are called, throughout generosity, you accumulate merit. You accumulate those merit by giving things, and then you dedicate those merits toward that person, saying, may this help the journey, peaceful journey to the deceased person. So that is kind of ways of sending prayers.